Okay, I've attached this document to the e-learning, but you can just do the notes on your own paper and always transfer it later. I've got copies at school that we can do that on Wednesday. But so these are just notes. If you want to try to fill them out by yourself, you're more than welcome to, and then come back and check answers, or if you want to follow along with me, that's fine. So we're going to write an inequality for these phrases below. So the first one, no more than 10. So you pick a variable, and that would include all numbers that are less than 10, but also equal to 10. Sorry, that says less than or equal to. At least 18, if you remember from the notes, at least always means greater than or equal to 18. So 18 works, and everything bigger than 18. Under 21. So everything less than 21. If you want to pause the video and try these on your own, please do. And then come back and check. So she has to weigh at least 75 pounds to ride the ride. So her weight has to be greater than or equal to 75. The temperature in the freezer should not be above 45 degrees. So it should be less than, or it can also be equal to, since 45 is not above 45. And last one, you need 92% or better to receive an A-. So 92% or better. So greater than or equal to. All right, move on to the next part. So pick two numbers. And if you want to use my numbers, that's fine. I'm going to use -5 and 10. We're going to put an inequality between them. So I'm going to say -5 is less than 10. So whatever makes it true. I'm going to pick a positive number and multiply both sides by it. I'm going to pick +3. I'm going to multiply by 3. So I'm going to get -15 and +30. And my inequality still works. -15 is less than 30. Now I'm going to use the original one again. I'm going to pick a negative number. I'm going to pick -3 this time. So when I multiply -5 times -3, I get 15. And when I get +10 times -3, I get -30. So no matter what two numbers you started with, when you multiply by a negative, it changes their sign, which means now the inequality doesn't work, so we flip it. And I'm reminding everybody of this because it was a problem on the homework the other day. Inequality. So very quickly, I'm going to run through these. At the bottom, you're going to divide by -9 on number 1, which means it is going to be greater than or equal to 1 divided by -9 is -9. Flip the symbol. Number 2, I'm going to take that negative out in front and put it with the 3, and I'm going to multiply both sides by -3. So W is going to be greater. Number 3, I'm going to divide both sides by 7. But since 7 is positive, it doesn't matter. The -56 means nothing. So the +7 is what we're dividing by. That sign will not flip. So it's going to be y is greater than or equal to -8. And last one, we're just going to add 19. Again, that does nothing to the inequality. So -20 plus 19 is -1. So it's still going to be greater than. All right, look at the back of the next part of the document. It has some word problems on it. And I'm going to go through the second one and the fourth one. We can always look at 1 and 3 on Wednesday if we need to. So the second one, Sarah bought a 52-yard bolt of ribbon. She wants to cut it into pieces that are 1 1/3 yard long. So at some point, we're going to want to divide the 52 yards into 1 1/3 yards. So what's the maximum number of ribbons she can cut? So she's got a limit, which means each ribbon, which is 1 1/3 yard, times each ribbon. So X, we don't know that yet. That's what our X stands for. X equals the number of ribbons. So each ribbon times 1 1/3 has to be less than or equal to 52. And here's why we did some of that fraction decimal review. We're going to take 52 divided by 1 1/3. So 52 over 1 divided by 1 1/3 is actually 4/3. I'm going to make that into an improper fraction. And remember with fractions, you keep, change, flip to divide. So I'm going to keep the 52 over 1. I'm going to change divide to multiply. And we're going to flip the 4 over 3 and make it 3 over 4. And then the 4 and the 52 can actually cross reduce. So 1 and 4 goes into 52 13 times. And now we're ready to multiply. So 13 times 3 equals 39. 1 times 1 equals 1, so we're just going to leave it at 39. So I'm going to write my answer as an inequality. So the number of ribbons that she can cut, which is X, is less than or equal to 39. So she can cut 39 ribbons, she can cut 38, 37, 36, but she can't cut any more than 39. All right, let's look down at number 4. Decrease by 75. Remember, decrease means to subtract 75. And then is at least 100. So it's greater than or equal to 100. And then to solve this thing, we would add 75 to both sides. So n is going to be greater than or equal to 175. So as long as I pick a number that's 75 or bigger, I can decrease it by 75 and still have 100 or more.